Hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to another video on Starseed Academy. My name is Jenny. Today I want to cover an October energy report with you guys. So for this energy report, I went to the Council for Humanity, which is a council that works under the umbrella of the Galactic Federation of Light. This is a council of many different kinds of beings. Like, it's not all Pleiadians or all Andromedans. There's a really good mixture of all of the different star nations that are working with Earth right now, right? Like really working for humanity and for Earth and for our evolution. So this is the Council for Humanity. They actually had 5 different points here, and the theme seems to be support, like ways that we can be supported in this month, things that we'll need to do to make sure that we can, peacefully make it through the month of October in the energy that will be coming through. Because it really feels like as we get closer to the end of the year, the energy is ramping up. It really is. Like the solar flares, the CMEs, the Schumann resonance, all of those kinds of energies, all of that sun activity, it's definitely like heightening. It's just going to grow and grow and grow. It's supposed to keep growing steadily until 2024, when we're going to have a bit of a switch in energy. So we definitely want to be creating now the foundations to support ourselves. So these 5 points are really important. I'm going to jump into them in a sec. I just have a couple of announcements to make. So the first thing is I am doing a free masterclass. This is something that I've never actually done before. I've done a few free things, like public events and that, but I mostly am so busy with my membership and my courses that I teach. So it's really exciting for me that I've been able to fit this into my schedule, and it's like a beautiful gift. So I really hope that if it resonates with you, I'm going to describe what it's about, that you'll come on and join in. So this is a Psychic Foundations Masterclass. It is learning to practice your psychic gifts, your soul gifts, your intuition, all of that good stuff, ethically and in the light. So we're going to be covering the foundations that you need to be a good channeler, a good card reader, somebody that maybe goes on astral missions for the light, a reader of any kind. If you are using your psychic gifts, your clairs, your intuition for your own spirituality or for like a spiritual business, then these are the foundations to put in place to make sure that not only is it ethical, not only is it done in the light, but to get you the most power and the most clarity. Because I cannot tell you how many pages or different people I come across that are supposedly like channeling messages from, say, Jesus or Archangel Michael or whatever. And you read the message, and I know that you're going to understand where I'm going with this, because I've heard it from a lot of you. You just feel icky. You feel the ego in the message. Like, you feel the person that's channeling it has not removed themselves and their own filters and their own preferences and their own ego. And so their own issues are like coming through, and it's not a pure message, right? So I would just say that that's not very ethical to be delivering messages from these beautiful higher beings that are not truly aligned to them. So even if it's not about being a channeler, say you're doing a card reading for yourself or for someone else, if you're not getting clarity, if you're getting these muddy answers, if you're not getting clear, yes, no, next steps, this and that, you need this Psychic Foundations Masterclass. So again, it's free. I'm going to be teaching you how to set up the sacred space, how to get into receiving mode, how to listen with your whole body, how to see and feel and hear and know what you are receiving. And I'm going to take you on an experience at the end to practice everything that you just learned. This masterclass is happening on Monday, tomorrow, at 12 p.m. Eastern at noon. So I want you to click on the link in this video where it says free masterclass, and you'll be able to see the time zones listed there for you. And if you are not able to make it live, but you want a replay, then make sure to register, because the replays are only being sent out to the people who have asked for this. Okay, so fill out the registration with just your name and your email. And if you can make it live, amazing. You'll have the link, the Zoom link. And if you can't, then at least you'll get the replay sent. Okay, so I'm really excited about that. So keep that in mind. So now let's jump into the October energy report. The first point that came through from the Council for Humanity is the veil is thin. Protect yourself. Okay, so that's definitely under the theme of support. Yes, the veil is thin in October. Incredibly so. This is actually the time of year when it's the most thin between the third dimension, the fourth dimension. So that's where you're going to be getting really, I think the veil though, I just need to backtrack on myself because I was going to say the veil is thin between us and the fourth dimension where ghosts, spirits, and earthbound kind of spirits are kept. But that's not the only veil that there is. There are veils to lower realms as well, where you could potentially be experiencing something a little heavier or darker than just like a ghost or a spirit or a haunting. And so you really do need to protect yourself a little extra right now when things are so heightened, veils are thin, and your energy is bright. Your light shines so brightly. And so you want to, protect yourself because just like a moth to a flame, things will come to that light. They'll be attracted to it. Okay, so great ways to protect yourself. Well, we actually just we're talking about the masterclass. So definitely attend that because safety is a big thing to me. But I do want to also say that for this point, what was coming through was to really make sure that your intentions are clear. So if you're going to sit down, have a meditation, do an astral travel, do a guided meditation, an Akashic journey, do a card reading, anything like that where you're opening the doorway to spirit, then make sure that your intention is really pure of who you want to connect to. Because maybe there'll just be more people on the other side of the door waiting, right? So you want to make sure that your energy, the intention, sails by anything that's not for your highest good. So that's a really good way to do it, as I always say, within my intention, things that are for my highest good is what I want to connect with. So remember that, especially for this month. So before you're going to do anything, you're setting an intention that, okay, I want to connect, I want to receive this message or this experience, and let it be in the light and let it be for my highest good. Thank you. Right? And then, of course, before you go to do anything, connect yourself to the white light source. So whether you believe that to be like Father, Mother, God source, the universe, the white light, the creator, the purity, connect yourself to that as well. Okay, so the veil is thin. Expect that. Maybe you're going to notice that in your dream space a little bit too. So if you're really susceptible when the veil gets thin like this, I know that I am, because my light shines really bright, because I easily connect to like other energies, sometimes without meaning to. So I have to be very, very careful. So I am very careful with myself because it's so powerful, these gifts that I have. And that's a great thing, but it comes with the light and the dark of it all. So if you're noticing throughout this month that you're having bad dreams, bad experiences that feel like kind of evil or demonic or anything that's like preying upon your worst fears and nightmares, then I want you to, before you fall asleep, call in Archangel Michael. Okay, just as you're falling asleep, Archangel Michael, please watch over my body and my soul. As I sleep tonight, watch over my body and, escort my soul wherever it is that I need to go, because your soul goes on all these missions at night. Get an escort, have Archangel Michael with you, and then have pure intentions, be connecting to the light a lot this month. Okay, good. So we're going to move on now. And if you have any extra questions about that, how to do that, please just message me or leave a comment below and I can help you with that. And then remember, the masterclass is coming up. Okay, so point number 2, slow down. I actually saw a really big visual when they were doing this. They were like, whoa, like they were doing this, like slow down to all of us. Okay, like everyone just slow down because you are on the path. You are on the path. So I don't know if you're like me and you have this feeling like you're racing to get to some kind of a destination. Like if, within your own personal growth, a lot of people try to race. I want to see everything. I want to be clairvoyant. Or if you have a spiritual business like I do, you want to get to that next level of, visibility or clients or whatever it is your next level is. And it's this race. Maybe you feel that way with your own financial goals. Maybe you feel that way with spiritual goals. Maybe you feel that way with like relationship goals, trying to meet someone. Whatever it is, the best way to it right now is to slow down. Okay, because the racing energy sends out this like desperation a little bit and repels what we truly want to attract to ourselves. So here's the mindset switch that you can make, is that you are on the path. The path is the destination. Like there's no end point. Picture that the destination is just being aligned and on the path, and you are. And then the whole point is now just to enjoy the steps one at a time and to take your time. Because if there's no end point, if it's just a never-ending path and you're already where you need to be, can you just enjoy the journey now? Is that possible? I know it's hard for me, especially when I get into my masculine energy too much of productivity, like goals, let's get shit done. And like, oh my God, we're like achieving all this stuff. It's like, there's a time and a place for that as long as it's in balance, but maybe like leaning into the divine feminine energy a little bit more, where you can just like relax and like enjoy, look back. This is a really good time. This is a good month to look back at where you came from. Even just this year, because we're coming up to the end part of the year now. Where were you in January versus where you are now, personally, with your relationships in your life, maybe financially? Like, look at the shifts, look at the changes, look at everything that's happened, and recognize that there is a lot of growth that has happened within you and within your life in these last 10 months, because we're in October now. There is so much growth that has happened. The growth will continue, and you don't need to run. You don't need to race. It's not a competition. You're not in competition. You're doing amazing. Like you are. So breathe, flow, surrender, enjoy, slowly take your steps that are aligned action, in balance, prioritizing like your peace, your inner peace in everything that you do. Okay, so that was the second point. And just to know you are on the path. Like, if you're feeling like, oh, am I there? Am I there? You're there. We're all there. We're on the path. Like, if you're watching this video, you are awakened. Okay, you are on a path of awakening just like me. You are a starseed just like me. Let's walk our paths with pride and integrity and strength and presence and beauty, taking in the beauty and forming beautiful connections, and let each day be a miracle, because it is. And don't like wish it away, don't race it away. Let's just take a breath and enjoy, right? You came here for a reason. You're doing what you came here to do. You're figuring it out. Just breathe. Okay, good. All right, so the next point here, the third point from the Council for Humanity, is to prioritize yourself in your schedule. So kind of a little similar to the last point of slowing down, but to prioritize yourself in your schedule. Again, we are making everything bigger than ourselves. Everyone comes before you. Everything comes before you. If you're like me, your to-do list, you don't even show up on your to-do list. It's like, okay, I've got to do this project, get back to this person, do this, do that, clean the house, all of the things. And it's like, and even if you show up at all, it's at the very bottom of the list, like, oh, don't forget to exercise and meditate. Like we're not even on there. Go for a walk. It's like, it's either not there at all or it's at the very, very bottom. It's really important to kind of flip that list on its head. Because when you come at things with a full cup, you are going to be so much more successful. They will happen so quickly, so perfectly aligned, so smoothly. Everything's going with the current. Like, I'm talking to myself here too, I know. If we can do it though, if we can really make it a goal this month to put ourselves at the top of the to-do list, to prioritize ourselves before others and business and work and chores, can you do it? Can you put yourself up there first? And like, if that means cringe getting up a little earlier, I am not a morning person and I am really trying to do this, okay? I have really embraced this challenge where I'm trying to get up a little bit earlier so that I can potentially have time for me before I start the day. That's ideal, right? However, I seem to be getting up a little bit earlier and then just continuing in my old patterns of, okay, well, now that I'm awake, let's get to work. It's like, well, wait, the whole point was to meditate maybe, and maybe exercise or journal or do something to fill your own cup up. I do struggle with that. So if you struggle with that too, let me know in the comments below. It's apparently extremely important to get our shit together in October. So prioritizing ourselves in the schedule, in the to-do list, making yourself at the top. So please try with me and we'll see how it goes. Let's make October the I put myself first month. And if we can just take the 30 days, how many days are in October? 31 days. Let's just take these 31 days of October and see what happens by the end. What kind of shifts or growth did we experience because we did this? Because you have to give something at least 30 days to see the result, at least. So you can't do it for a week and be like, no, it didn't make a difference. Like if we do it for the whole month of October, maybe by the end of October, we're like, wow, that extra half an hour in the morning, first of all, didn't kill me. Second of all, yeah, everything was like magic. Everything just flowed. I felt so filled, like my cup was so full and I was filled with creative ideas and inspiration. I didn't feel as drained. I didn't feel as headachy. I didn't get as exhausted by the end of the day because I fueled myself up first before anything. Okay, I'm gonna try it. I hope that you do too. Okay, so that was the third point. So the fourth point is to level up intentionally. Okay, so this is where you kind of call yourself out. What have you been sleeping on? What soul nudges have you been getting that you're not taking aligned action on? And when I heard like level up intentionally, it also feels like investing in yourself. Okay, so I actually just started something really new. I just started a really beautiful 6-month program with a new mentor, super high level mentor, because if I want to be a high level entrepreneur, I obviously need a high level mentor, right? So that makes sense energetically. So I'm already experiencing so many shifts and growth within myself and within Starseed Academy as a business. That's what I mean by leveling up intentionally. Like, what is calling to you? Is there a mentorship? Is there somebody that you've always wanted to work with? Is there a course? What is there that you've had your eye on? Or if you haven't found it yet, can you keep your eye open for something that's coming? Because the energy in October is ripe for this investing in yourself energy. The energy in October feels like, okay, the summer and the really active times are done. And now we're going into those months where we are going to be planting seeds and like really going within and making the shifts and the changes so that we can come into the new year, come out of the gates of 2023 empowered, ready to go well along, any kind of path of goals that we had for ourselves, right? So think about how close the new year is, and if you want to like experience these shifts, this leveling up like I do, either personally, business-wise, whatever way, then now is the time to take action. And it's a great energetic month for this, okay? Because it's getting quieter on the outside and more alive on the inside. So it's really time to start taking in this new coding, this new information. So like I said, I've taken action on this myself very recently, like within this week. And it feels amazing. It does feel like the right time. Like it feels so aligned. So I really want to encourage you to do this. You can start with a free masterclass that I'm going to be delivering tomorrow. I already have at this point, I'm filming this on Friday, so 2 days before this airs. And at this point, I already have 95 people signed up. So it's going to be, trust me, it's going to be a party of energy. You're invited to the party, join in. It's already well underway, well under swing. We've got this party going. So come in with your energy and really benefit from the group energy and this beautiful lessons and experience that I'm going to take you through. So that, again, the fourth point was level up intentionally. You have to actually take some action in order for this to happen. You can't just sit back and in the divine feminine all the time and wish for things. It's that balance again. Like the divine feminine, yes, everyone talks about how important that is, but the divine masculine is equally as important. We can't leave one or the other behind, because over here in the feminine, we have the intuition and the inspiration and the ideas and the creativity and the desires and the all of the good juicy like energy. And then in the masculine energy, we have the direction, the aligned action. We're going to take the steps. We're going to make it happen. We've got, okay, the goals. We're going to take the steps to the goals. You need both. All right. So if you're feeling the divine feminine nudge, okay, that's for you. Try that. Wouldn't that be exciting? What if you just tried it? Then take some action to match that. Intentionality. Okay, so level up intentionally. Okay, and then the fifth point, I said fifth plant because the point is planting seeds of magic. So very aligned with the fourth point. Planting seeds of magic. This is the dark time of the year. You know, we're heading now into the slumber. We're heading into the hibernation time where everybody goes within naturally within the energy. It's what Gaia does, so we always mirror what Gaia is doing. It's very obvious that in the spring and summer her energy is outwards, but it's also very obvious that in the fall and winter she's pulling inwards. So the energy is to pull in. We're planting seeds of magic within ourselves. And in order to do that, you know, take that course, get that mentor, get that training, get that healing session, go get that reading, go do whatever, get that massage. Like, what are you needing? How can you support yourself? How can you prioritize yourself, which was point number 3? How can you level up intentionally, which is point number 4? How can you plant these seeds of magic, which is point number 5? This is the time. This is the perfect soil, energetically speaking, to start planting seeds for the new year. Okay, the new year has like a whole other energy where we start to like come to life again slowly. And then in spring, all the sprouts of the work you put in start to show up. So start putting the work in now. In the new year, you'll get that extra hit of energy starting to rise up through the soil. And then in the spring, it will actually start to show their little green sprouts, and it'll be so exciting for you. So this is the month. This is it. This is the month to invest. We're in autumn. We're in the fall. We're heading into that inward time. Plant your seeds now if you want to see the shifts in the new year. Okay, perfect. Good. So again, those 5 points where the veil is thin, protect yourself. If you have questions about how to do that, I want to support you in that. I also have a video actually called Starseed Protect Yourself, which is perfect. So look that up. The second point, slow down. You are on the path. You're already on the path. Stop asking over and over, am I on the right track? Am I on the path? You are. This is your sign if you've been asking, am I on the right path? Your team's like, oh my God, stop asking that. You're on the path, but can you slow down? Can you just look around and recognize that you've done so much, you've accomplished so much? Can we just like give ourselves a moment to breathe? Can we slow down? Can we see that we're on the path? And recognize now that there will never be an end destination for you. Because even when you set goals for yourself, as soon as you meet them, you've got the next desire, the next soul nudge, the next thing. It's gonna go your whole life. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing. You never want to stop growing. You never want to stop expanding. You never want to stop aligning to all the good. So just know that there's no destination other than the path you're walking. So make every step just as important as the one before it. Like each step matters. Each step is the destination. Each step is magic. Every single step. Put your all into every step instead of trying to race through a bunch of stuff to get somewhere. This is it. This is the somewhere in this very moment. And it's so beautiful. Okay. And the third point, again, prioritize yourself in your schedule. Get to the top of the to-do, even if that means getting up a bit early, and try to fill your cup up. Do it for 30 days to really see the shifts, and maybe you can then make it like a forever practice. That's my hope and goal. Okay, that's what I'm going to work on in October. I'm really hoping it goes well. Fourth point was level up intentionally. All these things that you want to do and all these dreams you have aren't just going to appear out of thin air. That's not how manifestation works. It's part divine feminine, part divine masculine. Everyone that knows anything about manifestation and teaches it properly in like a whole way will tell you, yes, the feminine is where you start. You lean into things with the feminine. You lean into projects with the intuition and the creativity and the inspiration and the ideas, and then you allow the masculine to lead. You allow the masculine to lead you with aligned action. So you've got the feminine ideas. I know you've probably got notebooks full of ideas, of business ideas, content ideas, all these ideas, music. Maybe you're writing music or poetry or books. It's worthy. It's ready. The seeds are good. Let's plant them. Let's take some divine masculine action, aligned action with intentionality. Okay. So take the course, get the healing, get the reading, get that mentor, get whatever you need. And I'm walking my talk here. I literally just signed up with a mentor for 6 months and I'm so excited. I already feel the shift just from like the sign up and like our first couple of calls together. And then the point 5 was plant seeds of magic, because now is the time. This is the perfect soil to have your January babies, like your idea babies, your business babies, your financial babies, your love babies. What babies do you want to have in January? Plant the seeds now, get the embryos going. Like, it's time. This is the perfect time for that. Awesome, you guys. So that was an October energy report, a little bit different because they wanted to give all of these supports. Every single point in here was about how you can support yourself, because we know the energy is going to be intense. And if they have anything more to say about what's coming, what's going to be coming down the pipeline energetically for October, I will share it for you. But when I tuned in today, the day before October, because this is Friday, tomorrow's October 1st. For me, I know you're seeing this on Sunday the 2nd, but when I tuned in right at the beginning of the month, the very first thing they want to come through with is, okay, you need to support yourself. Here's 5 ways to do that. And then we'll give you some more after that, but let's get these in place because it's super important. Okay. So I'm going to leave it there for you. I really hope that you take action on at least one of those, maybe multiple of these points will really help you. And I'm really looking forward to seeing all of you tomorrow in the masterclass. It's going to be so friggin' epic. I'm so excited. Again, it's a Psychic Foundations masterclass, setting the foundations to have your practice ethically, in the light, safe, pure, clear, so that you can trust that what comes through is real, of divine origins, and for your highest good. Okay, I love you guys so much. Please don't forget to like this video, share, subscribe. Definitely subscribe, because there's new videos every Sunday, and next week you're going to be getting a video in the Meet the Cosmos series, and I covered the Draconians. Okay, so I haven't done a video all about the Draco constellation. It's very misrepresented. There's a lot going on, obviously, in the Draco constellation and all of the issues that they've created in the surrounding constellations and areas. And we're going to talk about all of that next Sunday here on Starseed Academy. So make sure you're subscribed. Other than that, please remember, listen to your heart. And the quiet voice within, because you are so much more than the body you are in. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.